Happy Monday. Good morning, Pat Moss. How are you doing today, sweetie? Well, it is afternoon for you, isn't it? so you're probably more awake than any of us that are here on the East Coast anyway. So good morning. Hello, Annie7. So you guys that are finding it, would you please help me share it out? I just shared to a few people that I know, send it everywhere else. So call in those that you want to be here. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Yes, thank you, Annie, for sharing. All right, let's go into our hearts. Starting our day that way, it makes a big difference. Good morning, Brookie. Good morning, Max. And good morning, Dylan. All right, so hand on the heart. And slow down the breathing in and release it back out with a sigh. Just let your body relax. Let your mind relax and figure out that the only thing that matters is right now, right here where you are. There's a whole world going on, things that are happening, but that's okay. They'll wait. You can take a moment for yourself. It's so important to do that, to be gentle to you. And I was gentle to me this morning. I went in and got coffee before I came on here with you guys. I figured you would appreciate that if I'm able to put two words together, because I got up a little groggy this morning. Good morning, Joanne. Thank you for my wonderful coffee. I appreciate you so much. Good morning, Auntie Jean. Yeah, they beat you in here, Jean, but that's okay. You're a little earlier than most of us that are here right now. You are out there in Texas, where you're a couple hours behind the East Coast. Well, Annie, you're also an hour behind us, I think. And how's our Grayson? Good morning, sweet Grayson. Yes, we celebrate everyone that comes in. So let's do that. Let's give some gratitude. Let me put that up on the screen. Give me something you're grateful for. Even one thing that you're grateful for. It just lifts everybody when we share our gratitude. I am grateful for every one of you. Good morning, Marlene. Oh, I'm so glad you're with us this morning. It's our miracle, Marlene. It is a family party. Thank you, sweet Annie. All right, the angels had a message for us last night about communicating and how we communicate with each other. And it's called Living Life in All Caps. Here's a poem by E. Cummings, one of my favorite poets. I thank you, God, for most this amazing day, for the leaping greenly spirits of trees and a blue true dream of sky, and for everything which is natural, which is infinite, which is yes. I who have died am alive again today, and this is the sun's birthday. This is the birthday of life and of love and wings, and of the gay, great, happening, illitimately earth. How should tasting, touching, hearing, seeing, breathing, Annie lifted from the know of all nothing, human, merely being, doubt unimaginably you. Now the ears of my ears awake, and now the eyes of my eyes are open. I love that poem. E. Cummings was a most peculiar man and poet. I was always intrigued by his writing style, and recently saw a picture of something he wrote as a child that was in all caps. It made me think about what using all caps has come to mean today in our digital world. I know it's meant to be for emphasis and to get a point across, but to me, It feels like I am being shouted at. For instance, when someone writes, "Do this now," in all caps, I want to dig my heels in like a stubborn mule and do nothing. I know people who live their lives in all caps. Everything is loud and comes across as demanding and abrasive. Dear angels, how do we find a balance in our communication so that we are not shouting or demanding, but our voices are heard? Dear ones, we encourage you to use compassion when communicating with each other. Compassionate communication comes through mindfulness and practice. Embracing compassion through being fully present can build bridges between you and create a foundation for stronger relationships and deeper understanding. Your world has changed drastically, such that communication is often hurried and transactional. You no longer see each other as you communicate. We invite you to pause before you speak or type your messages to each other and fully observe. To be seen and heard is the greatest gift you can give someone. While you may think that shouting gets someone's attention, it has just the opposite effect. Love is not loud. It embraces instead of clinches. Love sees the very heart instead of the surface. In your interactions, we encourage you to strive to understand the other person's perspective, as each of you have a unique way of seeing the world, and you may not necessarily agree on everything. Mutual respect in communication is like a slow dance. Take time to enjoy and learn from each other. Remember that you are all a part of something greater than any of your individual beings. Learn how to be gentle with yourself, and then you will find yourself being gentler with each other in your communication. And when you give gratitude, as the poet invites you to do, be sure to include each other. Dear angels, today I promise to listen more fully and speak from the heart. I so loved this message that they gave last night. I wanted more. I just kept listening because I'm like, I was being bathed in this energy of love as I sat there and listened to the angels and typed out the message. And it's all about just seeing each other. That's how we communicate, through seeing. And we have lost that art, haven't we? We've lost the art of looking at each other when we talk. That's why when I go into like a grocery store or a public place, I like to look people in the eyes. I like to just see the expression on their face and smile. And if I'm guided, I'll say hello, or I'll say, "How are you?" or "Have a blessed day," or whatever the communication might be. But until we can see each other, we are not going to really communicate fully. We're going to be shouting through caps, and I don't like that. So I don't know if you do, but that's just not my thing. Marlene, I said good morning to you. Joanne is grateful for safe travels yesterday. Oh, I know, and what a nightmare at the airport. Yesterday was such a busy travel day, and everybody was getting impatient with each other, and yeah, but we got you home safe, Joanne, and your sweet little grandson and husband John, so I'm glad you're back home. Missed you. Josie, good morning. You had to take Ricky out. Well, how is that little one doing? And I saw somebody call in our Ricky. There you go. You called him in. Yes, our pirate Rick, front and center. Deirdre, good morning, good morning. Captain Kovacs, hello. And Kathy, I am grateful for my mom-in-law, Marlene, and today is her birthday. Well, happy birthday to your mother-in-law. And Pat Moss says, grateful listening to my heart. My New Year resolution, I have signed up on computer course and brought my brother-in-law a birthday present. How sweet. Yeah, I've never taken a computer course, so I've taught myself everything I know about computers and electronics. Kathy, I made a change this year, and instead of reading Pam Grout, A Course in Miracles, I'm reading Angel Speak, and Ask and It Is Given. Oh, I love that book. Yeah, awesome. Auntie Jean says, Brookie, you won't believe this. I just found your Christmas card. I was looking for my medical insurance card since I'm going to the doctor today, and there it was. Don't know how I missed it. Thank you so much. I haven't read it yet because it was very late when I found it. Aww. And I'm going to the eye doctor today, Jean, so we must be in sync there with doctor visits. But anyway, I want to see what Kuan Yin has to tell us this morning, especially about communication, being gentle, not shouting at each other, because, you know, when there's shouting going on, you don't really get the message. You don't really hear it. And I don't know if there's any stubborn people like me, but when somebody shouts at me, the last thing I want to do is whatever they're telling me to do. And I don't think I would have done real well in the military because of that. because I don't like being yelled at. I grew up with that, and it's no fun. Okay, so let's see, Kuan Yin, what you have to tell us. And it feels like that one. Change is in the air. Sometimes we take things for granted and forget to stop and realize how incredible the ordinary things can be. Growth does often seem improbable, yet it happens every day in many ways. So too is something growing in your life that seems, at the moment, unlikely or impossible, yet it will happen anyway. Have faith, trust your feelings, and relax. Change is in the air. I love this message, and Kathy, you're the one that said you made a change this year. I think other people may have changed some things this year. I've changed a study course that I'm doing, which is A Course in Love, which I have just fallen in love with that book and can't speak highly enough of it so far. From what I've read and studied, it's showing me that it's all about love. It really is. And love does change everything. Kuan Yin says love heals, and I believe her. I believe that when we have more love in our life, we heal faster, whatever's going on. And I have to tell you, my knee is feeling so much better. I'm going to give some gratitude for the product that I found, the supplement, because it's making a big difference, along with all the prayers and the energy healing that people have been doing for me. I can actually walk again without really thinking about how bad it hurts, because it doesn't hurt as bad as it did. And Jean says, Kathy, it would be your sweet self who would break the mold and love your mother-in-law and love you, mother-in-law. What a heart you have. Yeah, Kathy has such a big heart. Well, what's going on this week? Anything exciting happening in your world? I am excited, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. The Saturdays this month are like off the chart. Not yesterday, but 2 days ago, Saturday, we had the first healing circle at 10 million for world peace. Wow. Auntie Jean, I read your review of it this morning, and how beautiful you spoke that. It was incredible. It was a beautiful experience for everyone, and so glad that we did it and that we are doing it once a month. There will be a healing And, as healers, when we give, we receive. So I received a lot of healing during that time. And thank you for those who came and spent time with us on Saturday. This coming Saturday, I start the 3-month course on communication, supersize, emotional empowerment. And I'm so glad that I have the students in there that are going to be there. Y'all are going to really grow together because you're going to be helping each other for 3 months. You're going to help each other realize your power through working through emotions and learning how to deal with emotions, how to see emotions. So many times we just ignore what's going on, don't we, emotionally? We just push it down, and then all kinds of things happen when we don't look at something realistically and have it out in the open where we can talk to it and discuss it. Good morning, Mary Crincoli. Thank you for being with us. All right. I have the tiny book of 2022. The new one is not done yet. That's a yet, because I need to take time this week to really focus on pulling those messages out from all the blogs that were written last year. My phone's blowing up. Let me turn the volume down. Oops. Maybe I can just turn it off. There we go. All right. So, good morning, Charlie Coons. Thank you for being here. And Andrea Gregg, happy Monday to you, and cheers to everyone coming in. Get your coffee on, get your cup filled up with love when you come in here. And I see we're choosing numbers already. Thank you, Annie and Mary. So let me get to those. Page 13. Aren't you excited? You'll have new messages coming soon where we can open up and have something new and exciting and different. Julie Kiss. Oh, Julie, we missed you yesterday. Thank you for sharing 18 inches of snow where you are. Oh my goodness, sweetheart. And how are you doing? How's your arm? Because we've really been praying for you and hoping for improvement there. All right, page 13 for our Annie Banani says, when you're lying on the bathroom floor, filled with grief and rage, wanting the pain to disappear along with your tears, we are sitting right beside you on that cold tile. Let your passion and all your emotions flow freely. Those are the moments you are most authentic. You can never love too deep or care too much. I do love this. And yes, I've done some sitting on the bathroom floor and crying and screaming and being enraged. And I knew at times that I wasn't alone, but at times I felt so alone. And, when we seclude ourselves and take ourselves away from our support system, we tend to feel alone. But the angels are always there. They're always helping and always wanting us to succeed and to be the best that we can be. So thank you for choosing that one for us, Annie. And we have page 18 from Mary Crincoli. Let me go there. We do not delight in seeing you struggle, and certainly God does not. Search your heart, dear ones. See if you are finally able to put a distance between you and the hold that your past has on you. Grab your freedom. I love this. Every time I think about how we bring our past into the moment where we are, this now moment. I have this vision of a bag filled with all those memories of experiences, all those times when something happened that was a learning moment for us. And some of them were hard lessons. And I see that bag filled up, kind of like Santa's bag that he throws on his back as he takes the toys. And I see, every time I think about, I pulled something from my past, I see that heavy bag. And anytime somebody's stuck in their past where they keep saying, I can't, and thinking that they are limited and that they don't have the potential to shake that and be free of it, I think of that bag that they're dragging, either carrying on their back or dragging it behind them. And I think, why don't you put the bag down? Why don't you set it down? And I have to remind myself of that as well. Put the bag down. It doesn't need to be in your present moment. It's something that happened, yes. Can't deny our experiences. We can't deny that there were things that took place in our life. But we don't have to bring all of that into our now moment. I love Lisa Nichols, and she has such a great teaching about this. She said, you don't have to go back and erase anything. You don't have to go back and try to change it. You start this very moment where you are, and you envision that white board with nothing on it. It's totally clean. There's nothing there. And then you make it what you want. You write on it. You put on there what you want to see, what you want to be, what you want to do. Create it the way you want, not what your past dictates to you that it has to be. So whatever limits are there, they're up here. They're not real. They're just thoughts that we keep on thinking, right? And when we keep thinking in the stinking thinking kind of way, then we're left with just stinking thinking. And nothing changes. Life is all about change. We change every moment. Our bodies change. Our cells change. So why wouldn't our thinking also need to change? And I fully am all in on that. I'm like, yeah, we can alter our course at any given moment. We just plug a new direction into the GPS. Instead of going down the stinking road, we're going down the hallelujah road. We're going to go celebrate some stuff. So that's my thoughts on it. And see what happens. All right, so what else we got? Annie says, Spirit gave me 13, and I look up and we have 13 people. Well, 13's a beautiful number. I know I used to think of it as not a good number. Had a lot of things happen on 13, and there's the myth of Friday the 13th, right? But 13 can be a beautiful energy. Feel into it and see what happens. In numerology, it's a 4, because you add the numbers together. And 4, the angels are all around. You're on the right path. That's what 13's all about. So thank you, Annie, for that. And let's see. Catherine wants page 16, message number 2. Okay. Auntie Jean, you have snow in El Paso? Wow. Y'all can tell I don't watch any news. Because I have no idea what's going on. Oh, Auntie Jean, shake your Etch-a-Sketch of life until it is beautiful. I love that. I used to love the Etch-a-Sketch. I had so much fun with it. And Julie Kiss has PT today and Wednesday, doing a little better, but it will be a long road. Thank you all for your support, especially you, Teri, and love you all. Oh, love you so much, Julie. And Julie, I don't know if you had a chance to check out the supplement that I have started on, but I've only been on it for, I think this might be day 5, I think. Day 4 or day 5 of taking this, and my knee is so much better. I would say it's like maybe 80% better than what it was, and that's a big difference for me. All right, page 16, message number 2 is what our Catherine has asked for. So let me go there. I'm getting there, Catherine. I saw your message. I just like to discuss these after I read them instead of just reading the message. In those moments when you are open to allowing yourself to be a conduit of warmth and unconditional love, you are the closest you can possibly be to your true, authentic spiritual self. Keep shining. Your love and warmth is contagious, and it is exactly what your world needs more of right now. I love that. This goes so much with our message from the angels last night, doesn't it? When we are genuine and unconditional and compassionate, that's going to show in everything we do, especially our communication with each other. So we can stop living life in all caps and yelling and bossing each other around. Instead, we can fully see each other. Andrea, it's called Instaflex, and you can find it on Amazon. And I don't get any money for saying that. It's just a personal testimony of what has happened in my own life in using it. So, yeah, at this point, I highly recommend it. And it's full of turmeric, which I know is so healing. It's got a high amount of it. And I said the other day I might turn orange from all the turmeric I'm doing now. But, one of my favorite things is making turmeric tea. And I use oat milk or almond milk and add in the powdered turmeric and a little bit of honey, and wow, froth it up, and it is so good. And Auntie says, no, we were supposed to have snow, but we did not. I'm so disappointed. Julie took it all. And wow, to 19 inches of snow. I agree. That's a lot, especially all at one time, right? B12, big long word, is big for nervous system stuff. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm supposed to be taking B12. I'm currently out of it and haven't been doing that, but I have a doctor's appointment coming up, so I'm sure she's going to say, get back on it. All right, so this has been beautiful this morning. What a great way to start our week on a Monday, isn't it? Good morning, Catherine DeSanti. Oh, well, you had a beautiful card reading yesterday, so I hope you go back and revisit that meeting that we had yesterday with the afternoon. Put up on the screen, type in your prayer request. If there's anything going on that we need to be aware of, we can put it in the grid and put it on our prayer list. So let me know and let Auntie Jean know. Let's lift up our Blue Jean. She's going through such a struggle right now with her eyes, and a lot of people having eye trouble and breaking up. Oh boy. Yeah, I do have the new extender that I got for the internet, so I was hoping it wouldn't do that anymore. But I am back in the bedroom. Julie, your internet is confusing. At least we through the majority of the show without that happening, huh? Hopefully. All right, so let's go into our hearts. We can do that without speaking too much as we find our way to spirit, to live. And yes, to breaking up. I don't understand it. I don't know why it does it, but it is what it is, and I put up with it, and hopefully you all are understanding as well. So, all right, so let's go into our hearts and just be. Just breathe. Just come together in love. Just let your energy flow from your heart to your mind and then to the divine. And we ask that each prayer request is seen and heard and felt and answered by the Creator. We ask that the angels help us in our daily lives. We invoke their energy. Let's call in an angel every day this week. I really feel that that's something that they're telling me to put out there. So I'd like to call in today Archangel Raziel. Archangel Raziel helps us to laugh. And it's so important to do that. Raziel is like the clown of the angels. He's always bringing in something to make us laugh. So as you're going through your day today, if there's something that's going on, just laugh and say thank you, Archangel Raziel. Thank you for bringing more laughter into my life. And let's just all be swept up in his beautiful energy. Thank you, Julie. Prayers for all in need. And breathe it in and release it out. We bring all the prayer requests forth, asking Spirit to see each one. And in your heart, just be gentle with you. Just feel compassion for yourself first. Feel that love. Sometimes we forget to love ourselves. We think about other people and what everyone is going through, but we forget to do that inside of us. So bring it into your heart. Love on you. And as Deirdre says, prayers for all humans, for Gaia, for all who walk on her back, world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. And just love, love, love on that beautiful self of yours, and then you can give that out into the world. And Deirdre, you just arranged for your trip to the eye doctor. Yep, lots of eye appointments happening right now. And Auntie Jean always pictures Raziel with a top hat and a cane, appearing with a green sparkling vest. Thank you, Raziel. I hope I am not disrespectful. You are not disrespectful at all, my darling. And yes, see that beautiful angel, however he appears to you, and he loves to make us laugh. So he might make a funny face, or he might just appear, like Jean says, with a top hat, ready to tap dance his way into your heart. Michelle Landers needing some prayers, not feeling well. Well, my darling Michelle, let's send you some beautiful, loving energy and lift you up to be touched by an angel. Let's call Raphael to come and sit with you and help you to work through whatever it is going on and pour more love into your heart, because Kuan Yin says love is what heals. So allow that love to come in. And I'm wrapping you in my arms and loving on you right now, Michelle. And Michelle and I, Michelle, you have to get better, because we're doing a workshop on the 20th, a vision board workshop called Accept, Align, Allow. And Michelle will be helping us understand ourselves a little better through numerology. So I hope you've signed up for that one. If you want the info and you can't find it, you can go to Angel Speakers, Teri Angel, probably right where you're at right now on that page. And there's an event. So on Facebook, you just go to the top where it says events, and you'll find it and the way to sign up for it. All right, so let's love on each other. Love and gratitude. We do it every day. Y'all got this down now. You know what to do. It's a magic moment as we share love with each other and give gratitude through these words of thank you, I love you. And there's something so special about that. So I'm going to get Leo queued up. I think I did already, but let me just find him. There it is. So here we go, here we go. Come on, Leo, sing to us. Thank you, Leo. Thanks, Charlie. And Michelle, my belle. Deirdre.
Morning Cuppa full of joy, a very day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy, a very day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is
Thank you, I love you. Accept, align, allow. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. for it. Woo! Thank you, Leo. And thank you, everyone who came in this morning. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. I'll see you back here at 1 o'clock for the World Peace Meditation. And if you're not part of that yet, 10millionforworldpeace.org. And we meditate every day for around 7 minutes. And you'll be blessed when you come in because it's so uplifting. And we send peace messages out into the world and peace energy to our world leaders. Let's make a big change this year. Let's see things turn around to a more peaceful world. I love you all so much. Stay in your hearts. Namaste, y'all.